No place to practice? If you've been following my videos for some time or are one of my clients, you know that in our practice together, we use lots of breath, lots of volume, lots of expansiveness with our body. Well, sometimes when you're making these sounds, you're practicing, we want to use more voice than we're going to use in our everyday performance or life because we're finding the power that's there. The question is, what do you do if you live in a small apartment or you have roommates or you're embarrassed that some family member is going to hear you practicing for whatever reason? What do you do if you have a small environment or a place where you can't get out and really use your voice? Well, if that's the case, a very simple solution for you, and that is to practice these things, as the Italians would say, sottovoce, so with a quiet voice. But a quiet voice does not mean a quiet way of using our body, of our physicality. It doesn't mean to diminish either our breath. It doesn't mean to diminish the size of what we do. It doesn't mean to diminish how much we use our articulators. No. We can do all of those things as expansively, but compacting them. If you were doing an exercise, for instance, the famous toy boat exercise, using the famous tongue twister, toy boat, and where I would encourage you to really speak it out, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, boat. Oh, I did a little bit of English or Pennsylvania there. That you really use a lot of breath, a lot of volume, breathing, opening, flowing, that you use a lot of sound. Well, let's try that same exercise, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, and you can even imagine you're shouting it out because you're so excited about this new toy boat, but we'll reduce everything about it except the breath, the movement, and the openness. We will simply decrease the volume. I'll try it. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. So you see, there was lots of breath in there, lots of breath on my voice. It sounded almost like I was trying to tell you something as almost like an old-fashioned stage whisper without putting too much pressure on your throat. And I was really using a lot of body for it as well. So all of those things can be done in a small space. You don't have to make a lot of noise, but you are engaging your breath, you are engaging your body, and you are flowing that breath and those sounds out there. But practice these things more minimally in terms of volume. And that's going to help you feel what we're trying to do if you were using a full voice. But it's going to allow you to do this in situations where you wouldn't otherwise be able to. And if it's a matter of physically people are around you, well, that's a different thing. But if you have a little bit of private space, you can still practice some of these exercises by toy boat, toy boat. You don't even need to talk, really. You could just whisper. Or not even whisper, just mouth them. The one problem with that is the breath isn't there, but it's at least a way to get yourself warmed up to practice. And definitely, if you have your own little space and you can't make lots of noise, but you can use your body and not feel inhibited, try this. Try a little sottovoce, and you will discover that nothing really has to be an obstacle to improving and finding your voice.